Deborah Kerr was born on September 30th, 1921, in Helensburgh, Scotland, to a family that influenced her sense of discipline and artistic sensibility. Raised primarily by her mother after the death of her father, Kerr was encouraged to pursue education and structure. From an early age, Kerr exhibited a strong sense of discipline, an aspect that she would carry throughout her career. Trained in ballet at Sadler's Wells Ballet School, she was able to develop not only physical grace but a profound understanding of the body's movements, which later translated into her acting career. Although a leg injury ended her hopes of becoming a professional dancer, the experience with ballet left a lasting imprint on her performances. Kerr's elegance, poise, and refined physicality became essential aspects of her screen presence, making her one of the most distinguished actresses of her time. The rise of Deborah Kerr in Hollywood. Kerr's acting career began in British cinema during the early 1940s, but it was her move to Hollywood that truly cemented her stardom. In an industry that often confined actresses to narrow roles, Kerr defied expectations with her versatility. Her ability to blend dignity with vulnerability made her a standout. Kerr's performances were marked by a unique emotional depth, characters who balanced strength with personal struggle. In From Here to Eternity, 1953, Kerr's portrayal of Karen Holmes, a military officer's wife caught between duty and passion, became iconic, particularly in the memorable beach scene with Burt Lancaster. Kerr infused the moment with emotional honesty, elevating it beyond mere sensuality and marking a turning point in her career where she shed the prim and proper image associated with earlier roles. Versatility and iconic roles. Throughout the 1950s, Kerr delivered one exceptional performance after another, showcasing her remarkable range. In The King and I, 1956, she portrayed Anna Leonowens with wit, intelligence, and quiet defiance, holding her own opposite the commanding presence of Yul Brynner. Though her singing voice was dubbed, her ability to convey emotion was unmistakable, earning her one of 6 Academy Award nominations. In Heaven Knows, Mr. Allison, 1957, she displayed remarkable subtlety as a nun struggling with faith and unspoken love. Kerr's greatest strength was her portrayal of women whose strength came from emotional clarity, not aggression. Films like Black Narcissus, 1947, and Separate Tables, 1958, allowed her to explore psychological depth, desire, and loneliness, revealing a powerful ability to evoke complex emotional states with remarkable sensitivity. Deborah Kerr, a study in subtlety and emotional integrity. Kerr's ability to portray morally complex women set her apart from her contemporaries. Whether portraying a nun wrestling with her faith in Heaven Knows, Mr. Allison, 1957, or a governess unraveling in The Innocents, 1961, Kerr's performances exuded quiet strength and emotional integrity. In The Innocents, her portrayal of Miss Giddens, a governess descending into terror and psychological confusion, remains one of the most haunting in cinematic history. Kerr's careful navigation of psychological drama was part of what made her such a compelling presence on screen. Despite receiving 6 Academy Award nominations throughout her career, Kerr never won the coveted statuette. This omission is often regarded as one of the greatest oversights of the Academy, though Kerr's enduring impact on film remains unquestionable. Deborah Kerr and Burt Lancaster. Behind the scenes, Deborah Kerr's on-screen chemistry with Burt Lancaster was undeniable, particularly in their iconic scene in From Here to Eternity. Their relationship was magnetic, leading audiences to assume that their off-screen connection mirrored their passionate performances. However, In her later years, Kerr revealed that working with Lancaster was far more complicated than the public imagined. While Lancaster's presence was formidable, Kerr admitted that his larger-than-life energy was sometimes overwhelming. She described him as a man who lived at full volume, pushing boundaries in both his personal and professional life. His rebellious, sometimes reckless nature made him both exhilarating and exhausting to work with. Though Kerr acknowledged the artistry that lay beneath his defiance, while the two shared a deep emotional connection, their relationship remained a mystery to the public. While the two shared a deep emotional connection and mutual respect, Kerr dismissed the idea of a secret romance. "People wanted us to be what we played," she remarked, but the truth was far more restrained. Despite an undeniable attraction, Kerr emphasized that their relationship was grounded in respect, not indulgence. She also spoke about Lancaster's inner struggles, describing him as someone who carried anger at the limitations of life, which fueled his intensity. For Kerr, Lancaster's emotional turmoil was both a source of his brilliant performances and the root of his personal difficulties. Burt Lancaster's vulnerability and strength. Kerr's reflections on Lancaster painted a picture of a man who was both fearless and deeply fragile. While the public saw Lancaster as invincible, Kerr noted that beneath his bravado was a man struggling with anger and frustration. Lancaster's physical prowess, which had once defined him, became a source of deep pain as he aged and his body began to betray him. Kerr spoke poignantly about how this loss was more painful for Lancaster than any professional setback. She admired his tenacity, but also recognized the personal toll it took on him. Yet, Kerr's final words about Lancaster were filled with admiration and sorrow. "He was not easy," she admitted, "but greatness rarely is." Deborah Kerr's legacy and final years. Deborah Kerr passed away on October 16, 2007, at the age of 86 in the quiet village of Boatsdale, England. Her death marked the end of a life lived largely in the public eye, but guarded with great dignity. In her final years, Kerr faced the challenges of Parkinson's disease with the same quiet resilience that had defined her career. Though she withdrew from the public spotlight, her legacy as one of the most refined and emotionally nuanced actresses in cinema history remained intact. Kerr's decision to live out her last years in the serenity of the English countryside reflected the private, reflective side of a woman who had spent much of her life in the glare of fame.